Jupiter is in its final month of its 1 year stay in Gemini. This planet of expansion, healing, abundance, truth seeking, spiritual knowledge is heating up and pressurizing the North Node and South Node on its way out of Gemini. This Jupiter square the nodes is going on for the entire month of May. And I'm going to tell you in this video how it's going to impact all signs, especially if you have been feeling anxious upon waking up, overwhelmed with knowledge coming at you and ideas and thoughts, dream knowledge, subconscious overwhelm, and just generally feeling uncertain about thoughts and knowledge coming at you. If you would like to hear more about the North Node in Pisces for your sign, check out the link in the description below for my North Node in Pisces video, and that will give you a sign-by-sign breakdown and a general overview of this transit that we're in for all year. But this is going to focus on Jupiter. Jupiter squaring the North Node in Pisces can give us enhanced dream information. We can be waking up with past feelings, past emotions, and information coming at us from dreams or from other people about spirituality, about our own sense of what the energetic world is all about. And it might feel hard to make sense of in the moment. But as this month goes on, it is going to be this spending time with that energy and spending time with the thoughts and information that come through that really help us make sense of something new for ourselves. On a side note, a lot of this energy that's moving into Aries now, Neptune included and Saturn as well, this is about finding a sense of spirituality on an individual level. We're no longer in an era where there's one mass religion, ritual, concept, or way forward for everyone. It's going to be unique and individual for each of us in how we learn how to adjust our own energy. And only we can do that for ourselves. Jupiter in Gemini for its final month, Gemini is a sign of dualities. And I think one of the best things we can do for this month is integrate seemingly opposing energy and ideas into our daily life. My dream world has been very heightened lately, and I've been waking up with a lot of emotional pain and sadness and grief from situations that have repeated themselves over and over again in my life. So what I've been enjoying practicing is knowing that that pain that I'm waking up with and anxiety and grief sometimes is real. It's been a real part of my life, and it might be in pieces moving forward. It is something that I could fear for the future that is going to continue to repeat. That's very legitimate. But rather than ignoring what is very real fear, sadness, grief, anxiety, I create space for the duality in my system. And I create space for the opportunity that this moment I am actually safe, and that in the future I can be safe, and that I can create space for love inside of me, as well as the fears for the future, as well as the pain for the past. And merging these two together creates love for those painful experiences in some ways, but that's not necessarily the point. The point is that everything coexists in our system. And if we keep denying one to try and amplify another, we're not getting the full picture and we're not getting the full truth. And the truth will always try to come up within us, these feelings and thoughts and senses. And that's Jupiter and Gemini, that there's truth in all of it. But it's overwhelming to embody all of it at once. So some people could be feeling that, but the opportunity with Jupiter is always healing. It is always a higher knowledge and a higher purpose, and it's a spiritual path. That might not be the case for everyone. It doesn't have to have spiritual language, but with the North Node in Pisces, I think a lot of people will have an inkling that there's something new brewing inside when it comes to our unique connection to the energy inside of our bodies. As I'm recording this, we have just come out of a Mars-Pluto opposition, the final one for quite some time, and we have a Scorpio full moon coming up, both of which involve Mars. Pluto and Mars are both rulers of Scorpio. These are planets and signs that talk about fear, personal power, overcoming fear for personal empowerment, power struggles that help us realize that no one can actually take away certain things about us or inside of us. And it is going to keep coming back to this theme of how we organize and manage the energetic systems inside of us, that we can pass through those moments and not get too stuck. Some moments do require that there's more time spent in the pain. And some cycles in astrology, there could be years. There could be where you feel like, is this really all there is? Is this really what life is all about? And for some people, that could be a lifetime. And I think that's where inviting the dualities is even more important, because suffering seems unavoidable. And if we're avoiding it, there's a strong chance that we're creating suffering for other people. So if you can take time to spend time with yourself in the morning with the energy of your dreams, with the energy that you wake up with, if that's something you don't want to do on your own, this is a wonderful time to seek support from therapy or whatever healing methods feel right to you. This next month has a lot of healing potential. I will be making videos all along the way. The Scorpio full moon is coming up next, and there will be a lot more information when Jupiter changes signs on June 9th. That's coming up very soon. Jupiter is going to be exalted in Cancer, so this is going to be even more healing gifts for all. And with an exalted Jupiter in Cancer, there is an opportunity for a feeling of healing family bonds, healing internal family systems, if that's something that you've been working on, healing this sense of home and security. And we have that for an entire year starting June 9th. So there will be many videos on that. I think that's a really positive year to come up to. So if you've been feeling the push this month, I wanted to do this short video to talk about what Jupiter has been up to. I see this is a really positive aspect in the sky. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for chatting with me in the comments, reaching out for Zoom calls. I love chatting with you one-on-one and breaking things down for your personal chart. If you run a business or you've been going through heightened emotions in your life, I use astrology to help optimize periods of life where there are certain cycles to slow down, certain cycles to speed up, certain cycles where there's opportunity, and others where it's time to just take in what has been going on, and it's a processing mode. Speaking of cycles, we have just come out of a Mars slowdown since October of 2024. This is our planet of motivation, inspiration, forward movement. If you have been feeling sluggish, this is a time where things are really going to start to speed up and click into place. And more on all of this. Thank you for spending this time with me, and I will see you next time.